Have you ever wondered why some people with fewer resources, fewer chances, and fewer advantages still rise higher than those who had everything? Why do some chase their dreams with unshakable discipline, while others, despite having talent, give up halfway? The truth is simple but heavy. Success is rarely about what you start with. It is about how much you are willing to endure, how deeply you are willing to stay disciplined, and how long you are willing to fight for your dreams. Take Martin, for example. In school, he wasn't the smartest in the class. His grades were average, and no teacher looked at him as someone special. But Martin had something that most others didn't. Every night, when others were sleeping, he stayed awake, practicing guitar for hours. His fingers bled, his voice cracked, but he refused to quit. Years later, while many of his classmates had forgotten their passions, Martin was standing on a stage, performing for thousands. He didn't rise because he was the most talented. He rose because he refused to give up when progress was slow. And then there's Elena. She dreamed of becoming a writer, but her early stories were rejected again and again. Friends told her to get a real job. Even her own family doubted her. But Elena kept writing. She read more books, studied how great authors wrote, and sharpened her words one sentence at a time. 10 years later, her novel was published, and it changed her life. People called her an overnight success, but she knew the truth. It wasn't overnight. It was 10 years of unseen discipline, of pushing through rejection when it would have been easier to quit. Dreams don't come alive because you wish for them. They come alive because you show up for them every single day, especially when no one is watching. And discipline is the bridge between who you are right now and the person you want to become. Science even backs this up. Psychologists talk about delayed gratification. In one famous study, children were given a marshmallow and told they could eat it immediately or wait 15 minutes and get 2 instead. Years later, the researchers found that the kids who waited ended up more successful in life. Not because of intelligence, not because of luck, but because of discipline. That ability to wait, to stay focused, to resist the easy choice. That became the foundation of their future. Now think about your own life. How many times have you promised yourself you'd start tomorrow? How many dreams have you delayed because comfort in the moment felt easier than commitment in the long run? The truth is, comfort will always whisper, "Rest now, you deserve it." But discipline will whisper louder, "Get up, your future deserves it." Michael, a friend of mine, once told me something that stuck forever. He said, "I used to pray for success until I realized success doesn't answer prayers. It answers habits." That hit me, because he was right. Your habits decide your destiny, not your wishes, not your excuses, not even your dreams. A dream without discipline is just a wish that slowly dies in silence. But here's the beauty of it all. Discipline is not something you are born with. It's something you build. Like a muscle, it grows the more you use it. Start small. Wake up a little earlier. Read for 10 minutes instead of scrolling on your phone. Save a small amount of money. Write a single page. Discipline doesn't have to start with something big. It starts with something consistent. And when you stay consistent, life changes in ways you could never imagine. Look back at the stories of every person who rose from nothing. The athlete who trained in the dark. The entrepreneur who failed 5 businesses before one worked. The student who studied in candlelight because electricity was a luxury. They all had one thing in common. They refused to let excuses be louder than their commitment. So the question you need to ask yourself today is not, do I have a dream? Because I know you do. The real question is, am I willing to discipline myself for that dream? Because the truth is, dreams don't wait forever. Time doesn't pause for anyone. Every day you waste is a piece of your future you are throwing away. One day you'll look back. You'll either remember the pain of regret or the joy of discipline. You'll either say, "I wish I had tried harder," or "I'm proud I never gave up." The choice is being made right now, in your daily decisions. If you feel like life has been unfair, let me remind you, life owes you nothing, but it will reward you for the discipline you build. You may not control where you start, but you control how far you go. Every step, every sacrifice, every choice you make today is building the person you will be tomorrow. And one day, when you rise, when you conquer the fears, the doubts, and the excuses, you will realize something powerful. It was never about talent. It was never about luck. It was about discipline and belief. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers, the starters from the finishers, the ordinary from the extraordinary. So rise, conquer. Don't just dream. Discipline yourself to make it real. And when you finally see the life you once imagined standing in front of you, you'll know it was worth it. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs the reminder. Don't forget to subscribe, comment your thoughts below, and click the bell so you never miss another story that inspires. Stay disciplined, stay strong, and keep moving forward.